Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we are on a road trip. As you can see, I'm in the car ready to get going because we're going to J Perkins in Kent, which I'm really intrigued about and really looking forward to. So I've been invited down there by Paul Bardoe, who I know a number of you already know. He's been around the RC scene for many years. Never met him in person myself, but I do definitely know of him. Been invited to go and have a look around J Perkins and have a chat and hopefully find out about maybe some exciting new products coming out. And of course, they are the main distributor for Futaba, and I'm a massive Futaba fan, so it'd be a good opportunity to try and find out anything news coming out, and also perhaps give a little bit of feedback that you guys have shared with me back to them as well, and see if we can make a difference. So here we go, let's hit the road. So guys, here we are at J Perkins. We're really looking forward to this. Let's go on inside. Hey Paul, how are you doing?
Welcome. Nice
Thank you very much. Yeah, good to see you too. Thank you very much for the invite down here.
Thanks for
I
coming.
really appreciate it, and I'm really excited to get to know more about J Perkins, what goes on behind the scenes, and have a sneaky look around if that's okay.
That's fine, yeah. We'll show you around. We introduce you to a few people, a few key people that we have here, and some of the others as well that always make the empire work. But first we'll have a cup of tea or coffee.
Awesome, let's do it, thank you. So Paul, we've made it upstairs into the conference room, and to be honest with you, I don't really know what to expect coming in here today. You know, I really appreciate the invite, as I've already said. Really keen to have a look behind the scenes and meet more of the team as well, which we're going to do in a minute. But we end up in a conference room, so of course J Perkins is a business. So why don't you start off by giving us a bit of background on the business?
First of all, not many people make it this far from the front door. But yeah, so this is our meeting area where we have video meetings, and all of our staff come in here. We meet every week collectively to talk about what's going on and what's happened. So everyone's up to speed on what's going on, and also what's coming up the following week. So everybody knows what's going on, and you'll get to meet some of the team a bit later on. You can see some of them behind us here. It's a small family, but we're all working together. So J Perkins has been around for 50 years. It's our 50th year anniversary this year.
Wow.
You will see some selected products come out throughout the summer, where we celebrate 50 years. Obviously initially set up by J Perkins. J Perkins was a massive character, or still is a massive character in the model industry. Obviously he's retired now, and taking it easy, I think. But originally I think it was toys and soft toys was where they started in Greenwich.
Okay.
Originally.
Wow. Didn't know that.
I'm sure that's right. And then that's obviously it transformed into RC, where Jim managed to turn it into a big RC distribution company. Followed by his sons, which was Dick and Mike. They came into the business. Obviously Audrey, Jim's wife, she ran the books in the early days.
Real family business.
Real family business. Being a family business, they brought in John Wallington, who was one of the country's top helicopter pilots, F3C pilots. Real nice fellow, like great pilot. In the early days of pioneering of helicopters. Yeah. John was one of the best, and when I first joined the company originally, John was here. I was quite proud to meet John because being a competitor myself, he was an icon. But John moved the goalposts further away, and he did all the catalogue and marketing, and also helped Mike Perkins with bringing in new products.
Right.
So that was a great combination, and they built up a really good distribution company. Then, moving along quite a few years, John wanted retirement, and I think Mike wanted to sort of take a step back. And Sebo Dapper joined the company as part of a Firelands group. But Firelands group, that faded away for whatever reason. And it left Sebo the opportunity of taking on J Perkins Distribution on his own. So Sebo is the sole owner of J Perkins now. He's a good businessman. He's not a modeler, but he is a good businessman. He has surrounded himself with some good modelers, not me obviously, but some good modelers. So he understands, he relies on everybody to tell him what's what. And he has built a great team, which you can see. We have the Traxxus brand of cars.
I was just about to say that. So if we just pause there for just a moment. I mean, J Perkins, 50 years. I mean, that's really good. So I've said this story many times, but I started the hobby when I was around 12 years old. And then flew through to my teenage years, then stopped when I went into college, got back into it 5 years ago. But I can remember J Perkins from back then. I can remember looking up to J Perkins and watching what J Perkins were doing. And I didn't know anything about the business back then. The fact it was started up by a family, all the history there of different people they brought on board along that journey, or even to the fact that Sebo's now running it now for I guess more of a strategy behind it.
Yeah, I know. It proper family business that they built up, and collectively they built up an empire. All the bits.
And then now there's just so many different product ranges, and we're just about to talk about Traxxus, which is just one of a number of different products.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things that John and Mike brought on board was the Twister helicopter range, which is huge. I mean, it was huge a few years ago, and it's still huge now. We have managed to develop that along as we go along. It gets better and better. But now, so we have we are the UK distributor for Traxxus, which is a huge,
absolutely
huge market
massive
for cars.
Guys, just let us know down below in the comments there. What products are you using that you're aware that J Perkins distribute? Are you a Traxxus user? Are you a Twisted Helicopters user? Is there another product, perhaps Futaba? Drop a comment down below as to what your favourite is. Sorry, Paul, just thought we'd get that in quick.
And then obviously recently we acquired the UK distribution for Futaba. Which has gone really well for us. It's been a great brand, and obviously, to represent Futaba, we're all very proud to do that. That's an iconic name, isn't it, in aero modelling worldwide?
Yeah.
So to have Futaba on your coat is a very proud thing to do, and it's been a very interesting learning curve over the last 12 months with that. But that's going really well, and obviously. We have Hitec, and Perkins have been Hitec importers for quite a few years now. It's nothing new to us, but it's like Hitec came in as the budget servo range, a cheaper alternative to the mainstream, and they've developed their brand as well. It's no longer the budget cheap end servo. It's actually progressed to being a really high quality servo. Unfortunately, price goes with that. But it's now a really good product.
You tend to get what you pay for, don't you? I mean, there's definitely a market there and definitely need there for lower end, more budget stuff, because we're all getting into the hobby, might be starting out, and we don't want to go invest in really high end equipment. That's absolutely fine. You can join the hobby and use those more affordable.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, there's always a place for everything. We need the cheap stuff. We have our Radiant range of servos, which is our budget range. They sell very well, and that's an ideal starting point. But that's where Hitec were 20 years ago. But now that has morphed into like a proper top end electronics company. And particularly commercial, if you go on some of the TV films and series on there, they've got Hitec servos in puppets. And
really, wow.
We've done a lot of stuff with various TV companies, and it is predominantly Hitec.
So there's a lot of different products behind the scenes, isn't there? There's a lot of different SKUs, individual line items that J Perkins are responsible for and distributing out. And I think we mentioned earlier on, just Traxxus alone, there's something like 19,000 different line items to keep track of.
That's 19,000 different bays in the warehouse just for Traxxus.
And we will have a very sneak peek of part of the warehouse later on, so definitely stay tuned for that. So some great history there of how Perkins has come about and how it's running now, and just some of the products and that you're distributing out to the local model shops in UK and Ireland. So guys, if you want to find out more about that, please check out J Perkins' website, which will be linked down below in the description of this video, where you can go along and browse all those different items that they are distributing out to model shops.
We also have the Facebook pages of Hitec UK and Futaba UK and J Perkins. So, and we're regularly updating those pages to try and keep everybody involved in what's going on.
That's great. So I'll link those down below. Now, I quite often reference the Futaba UK page because you can go onto there and you can find out not only all the information about the product you may be interested in, whether it's a transmitter or a servo, there's also other resources on there like manuals, like software updates, like how-tos as to how to go and apply a software update. So definitely worth checking out.
Brilliant.
Great. Should we have a look around and perhaps meet some of the staff?
Yeah, we're going to see everybody. Yeah.
Great, let's do it.
Right.
Paul, so behind the scenes then, made it upstairs, staff behind us. What goes on here?
Well, you know, you're very lucky to make it this far, you know, from the boardroom as well to here. So you will be strip searched on the way out.
I look forward to that. Yeah.
So you can see, you know, a bit like NASA, all the screens out and all the rest of it. And this is the hub. This is where it all works. You know, all the orders come via here. You can see Kerry's on the phone already with a customer. I think she's pretending, but she's on the phone. Everything comes up here first, processed, and then goes down to the warehouse. So if you have to phone us at all, it will be here that you come to when you phone in.
So what departments do we have up here typically? There's a lot of people working up here. I don't want to disturb all of them at the moment. If we go over to the far left-hand side there.
So here on the left-hand side, this is all the tech side, you know, the operations, or the mechanics.
Yep.
And the governor is Jenny, sits in the corner as well, out of the way.
So product development, operations.
Yeah, product development is there with Steve. Obviously still pretending to ignore us, but he's there doing something.
Waving in the background.
In the centre here, this is more the accounts. If you don't pay, this is the table that you come to. And yeah, good luck with that one, with these three. And then obviously we have Graham Ashby there.
Yep, and Graham.
Marketing.
Hi Graham.
You'll know Graham from RCM in the days as the editor.
Yeah, so Graham's doing all the marketing, all the copy, working on the website, putting products up there, updating all the product descriptions, so that when everyone goes and looks at that, they've got all the information they need.
It's all there. So if it's wrong, it's Graham's fault.
Okay, right. Okay, we've got someone we can come to. That's great.
And also all the pictures that we have everywhere are done by Graham.
And that's all done in-house?
All done in-house, yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
A lot of work there.
Yeah, and then over here on this first half of this corner, we have Kerry. Kerry is the sales assistant on this desk. So if the shops phone up or you phone up, it's generally Kerry that you'll get first. And she'll be able to help you or direct you to wherever you need to be.
Great.
And then the second half is our Guild Lane team, which is another sort of like string to our bow with a paint range.
Absolutely awesome. Thank you for that. Let's carry on having a look around.
Right, so we're coming into our service area where we see
wow.
We have Jeff Wallace and David 18.
That's absolutely awesome. So this is already perked up my interest because it's like getting into the detail of what goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And I can see lots of toys that I want to have a look at. I shouldn't really use toys because we're professional hobbyists.
Yeah.
But I'm going to use that word. There's lots of stuff in here that I'd like to get my hands on. So yeah, introduce me to the guys and let's have a look. Okay, Paul, so who have we got here?
Okay, so this is Jeff Wallace.
Hey, Jeff, nice to meet you.
Hiya. Jeff, you're part of the furniture, aren't you, Jeff? You've been here a long time. Long time modeler as well. So when you phone up here and ask a question, you're actually talking to a lifelong modeler. You know, Jeff knows what the score is and he probably understands what you're already trying to ask him.
Great, and I can see Jeff's got the Futaba T26, which is my go-to transmitter at the moment, and I'm a big fan of.
It's an excellent radio, very underestimated.
Yeah, I've definitely got a bunch of videos on the channel at the moment, guys. If you've not seen those, I'll link the Futaba playlist down below on the description of this video. But yeah, what else you got going on today, Jeff?
Well, I'm having to draw up a list of all of the Seagull kits and the servos and electronics used in them, so we can add them to our website. So if you purchase this product, you'll know what servos to buy.
Oh wow, so you really do get into the detail. So this is the Seagull PC9, I believe?
Correct.
Oh, there it is.
So eventually you'll look at a website on a Seagull system and you'll be able to buy a whole package, like a power package, servo package, everything you need. No thought required because Jeff's already done it.
Got you. So Joe, I think we've all done that loads of times. We've gone to a website, found the model, and I always go by the recommended spec. Whether it's the servos, the engine, I always look at that first before I then make up my own mind, and most of the time I've definitely done that, what was recommended. So you're that guy.
Yes.
Thank you very much for saving me so much time and for saving everybody else so much time as well. There's a lot of what goes in there, a lot of experience as well.
A lot of experience.
Been in the hobby for so long.
I mean, a lot of people in the model world know Jeff. In the early days of Ducted Fan, he was there, pioneering those systems and making that work, when you're make some great scale models, and now into the turbines as well. And the best thing is ex-motorcyclist.
Yeah.
So you can't get better than that.
Yeah, there's definitely a connection there, isn't there, Paul?
I still have the metalwork.
Yeah.
And the limp as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Jeff, thank you very much for your time. Nice to meet you. Cheers.
Pleasure to meet you.
So, Paul, we've got another person.
Yeah, a new addition to our team, actually, sort of end of last year, is David 18.
David, good to meet you.
And Jude.
Obviously a modeller as well, so he knows what's going on, and when you talk to him he understands what's happening. But yeah, it's been a great addition to our team over the last few months. We're happy to have him, or we're lucky to have him along, really.
Awesome. And you got something different on the bench here. Now I must admit, first, I am a massive Traxxus fan. I don't think many people know that, so I haven't reviewed any Traxxus products on my channel, because it's mainly aircrafts at the moment. But this looks exciting.
Yep, so you've gone from the smallest Mini Max, which is the latest brand, coming out. It's out now.
Close up of that for the guys.
One of the largest ones that we do, which is the XRT. Just so you can see the size comparison between the two.
That is really cool. And what type of work are you doing today in regards to these two models?
Just a little bit of quality control. So every now and again we do check what comes through, making sure that nothing's changed that we don't know of. Making sure that, say, Traxxus haven't changed something and not given us information, and yeah, we just pull kits every now and again just to make sure that what's in there.
Any updates, any changes?
As it should be exactly that.
And that does look like a cool piece of kit, I must admit. I must not buy anything while I'm here. I've said this myself. I've not been working for the last few months, so I must not buy anything. But that's absolutely awesome. But of course, you guys, it's not business to consumer, it's B2B, isn't it? You support all the hobby shops.
B2B, yeah. We look after the hobby shops, the people you go and buy stuff from, that's who we look after.
Yeah. So indirectly, but kind of directly as well, because if the hobby shops know it, got all the right products, they know what's going on with it. Yeah. They know if something has changed with the Traxxus motor here, then
full support here. So
and that's why, David is looking at the stuff. Both the chaps here, they go through every now and then. We go through a container, we pull products out, we just check it through to make sure it is what we think it is, and make sure we're up to speed with everything, so we can keep you up to speed with what's going on.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. But again, I didn't realise that goes on behind the scenes, because I guess I didn't stop to think about it ever. I've never been to a facility like this before, and I'm a consumer and I just go onto a website and click a few buttons and it turns up. Yeah. Or go into a model shop.
A lot goes on. A lot goes on to try and give the best product and the best service we can to the end user.
That's super cool. Thank you very much for your time.
Right. No problem.
Cheers. Paul, first of all, wow again. This place is massive. So this is the warehouse.
Yep. The sales team is only as good as the backup in the office, and particularly the warehouse. We have a great team here. Stuff arrives quickly, and without damage. They do a great job, and they're on it all the time. In fact, the shop gets the order in generally by like 3 o'clock. It will leave that day.
Wow.
No matter what, they will do their best to get it straight out the door.
That's amazing.
And the team we have, which is led by Mandy down the far end there, they're fully experienced. They've been doing it a long time. It's all automated as well, which they've all had a hand in building and making work. Yeah.
Guys, I must admit, I have had a quick look around the warehouse. I say quick, there's actually 2 big warehouses here. We're not going to go and film around everything. As you can appreciate, there's a lot going on here and it's a very busy environment. But I am super impressed with what goes on behind the scenes. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of items here that are all categorized, all computer controlled, and all get picked and then turned around instantly. I'll give you an example. So if someone like Model Shop leaves, phones up, talk to the sales desk, need some components, they can turn them around by 3 o'clock and get them back out the next day. And that is super impressive. And kind of, guys, is how you get such good service from those model shops, because those model shops are working with J Perkins to be able to get those goods to you straight away. So really, really impressive. And all computer controlled as well with the picking machines.
Yeah, all on various. It's a techno thing, so I don't know. There's no pen and paper involved. I can tell you that. It's all done on a machine. It will take them to each bay. They can pick out the right thing. There's a picture of each item in there as well, so can't get it wrong.
For me, this is just like a dream come true. It's like it's Christmas. If I was let loose in here with a trolley dash, I'd be going absolutely crazy, because there's some truly amazing products tucked away. Paul, thanks very much for your time today. I really appreciate the invite up here. I appreciate meeting people, having more new connections, and just find out more about what goes on behind the scenes at J Perkins.
Yeah, no, it's been great to have you along today. We've enjoyed having you here. Nice to be able to show you the team behind the scenes. I mean, everybody sees 2 or 3 of us, but there's a lot more people behind what we do.
And a very, very impressive setup. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed the tour of J Perkins. I've really enjoyed my time being up here. I've spent the whole morning with the team, getting to know what they do, what goes on behind the scenes, showed you as much as we possibly can. But if you've got any questions, please put them down below in the comments, and I'll do my best to respond, or I'll now forward them to the team, to the new connections I have, to answer any questions for you. Guys, thanks a lot for your time. See you next time round.